Multiple people were caught in a crossfire of shooting in Arkansas over the weekend. The latest details on the investigation.
As Russian forces continue its attack on Ukraine, President Zelensky is at the ready for negotiations between Ukraine and Russia.
President Biden will be traveling to Poland amid the continuing violence in the region. This and more as your News in a Flash starts right now.
This is TV2 News.
Good Monday morning, Portage County, and thank you for joining us. My name is Josh Aponte.
And I'm Anthony Zacharyasz. Your time is 10:30. Let's get into today's top headlines.
Akron City Council presented their 2022 annual budget last week. However, the budget did not include funding for their task force aimed towards racial equity and social justice. The task force proposed a 5-year strategic plan that required funding for the changes that would have been implemented this year. Akron City Council has not released an official response to the report. An Ohio death row inmate is seeking a new trial after pleading that evidence was not used in the initial trial. 49-year-old Tyron Lee Noling was charged for the murder of 2 people during a robbery in Atwater. He was charged by a jury in 1996 and was sentenced to death. The Portage County Common Pleas Court has reversed the decision, denying access to records that his attorneys were not given, noting and his attorneys are seeking a new trial, but no comment has been made yet by the Portage County prosecutors.
No one was injured Friday afternoon after a fire started at Barberton Steel Industries that took over 3 hours to fully extinguish. Fire officials were first told that the fire started due to a partial building collapse. However, the cause of the fire is still undetermined and under investigation. Part of the plant and some heavy industrial equipment were damaged as a result of the flames.
The Summit County Jail has a new record-setting number of murderers in custody at one time. 61 total men and women are in custody for murder. The number makes up 8% of the jail population. Some of the inmates are scheduled to wait up to 2 years for their day in court. The first of these court hearings is set to begin Monday.
Uncertainty rests within the Ohio Supreme Court after they rejected yet another proposed map that outlines Ohio's districts. Last week's ruling puts the initial May 3rd date in jeopardy when primaries are set to take place. The Ohio Redistricting Committee has called upon 2 outside map makers and a mediator to aid in the creation of an approved map. A 4th map proposal must be filed with the Ohio Supreme Court by March 29th for further review.
Good morning, Portage County. Kayla Earnhart here to bring you the weather. It is officially spring, so that means Ohio rain is in full force. If you wish you lived in Seattle where it rains every day, you're in luck. Looking at today, it is going to be partly cloudy, about 46 degrees, but when you go outside, it is going to feel a little less than that 44. You probably won't even tell the difference. 2 miles an hour winds today, not that bad. Visibility is 10 miles, so go out, go have fun, go see what you're doing today. Going later into the day, we have noon, it's going to be 56 and partly cloudy. That sun that we saw in the morning today is going to retreat and will keep retreating until around 6 o'clock. Although it is going to retreat, we are going to feel that nice warmth. It is 63 degrees, so savor this while you can before that dreaded rain starts. Going into our 7-day forecast, our week is going to be very rainy. Prepare yourself, get those rain boots, raincoats, whatever you need. Monday and Tuesday, we start off pretty strong. It's sunny, a little cloudy, some winds here and there. But Tuesday night, it is going to go into late showers. We're going to have showers Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Now, those Saturday showers are going to turn into snowfall late and going maybe overnight into Sunday. Sunday, it is just going to be cloudy with some winds, but we might still see that snow from overnight. Now going into our neighboring cities, Ashtabula, we got 45 degrees, Youngstown 43, Canton, lost the luck of the draw, it's only 41 over there. Kent, we know what it is over here. My family in Cleveland, they're probably jumping for joy right now because it is 50. It's nice over there. Same with Mansfield, and Sandusky is going to be around 47. They're getting ready for those Cedar Point temperatures over there. Well, this has been Kayla Earnhart giving you the weather. Make sure you go to kentwire.com for all things news, sports, and weather. Back to you guys on the desk.
Thank you, Kayla. The United States has become the highest incarceration rate in the world. America also admits more people into prison than any other independent democracy. The high rates are both due from violent crimes and social issues. The total number of those incarcerated in Ohio is around 69,000.
Protests are forming about Rikers Island, the home to New York City's main jail complex, where 3 inmates have died so far this year. Inmates' families and advocates are planning to protest Monday on behalf of the prisoners. Those protesters have denounced the governor's jailing plan, which they say sends inmates into a dangerous system. It was recorded in January that 48 stabbings occurred, along with over 6,200 fights erupting in 2021.
28 people were shot at a car show in Arkansas Saturday night. At least one person has died from the shooting, according to police. The shooting was allegedly caused by a gang-related fight. Authorities have a person of interest in custody, but are still investigating whether more people were involved with the shooting.
Russia continues its invasion on Ukraine as the Kremlin announced they have shot hypersonic missiles for a second time. Hypersonic missiles are missiles that travel 5 times faster than the speed of sound. Russia also continued shelling as it was reported an art school housing 400 Ukrainian civilians were targeted on Sunday. Also on Sunday, President Zelensky said that a failure in diplomatic talks would lead to, quote, World War III. 50 Chernobyl power plant workers were finally released from Russian force after weeks of unrelieved work. Dick Durbin, Democratic senator from Illinois, defended Biden's plan to not send MiG-29 fighter jets to Ukraine. Durbin's statement Sunday comes after Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky pleaded to U.S. Congress for fighter jets last week. The Biden administration has said that sending the fighter jets to Ukraine would lead to another world war. Durbin, however, stated he still stands with Ukraine in the resistance against Russian forces.
His father and his mother in a terrible fire. The Nazis set ablaze the entire village.
Ukrainian President Zelensky announced that negotiations with Russian President Vladimir Putin. In his announcement, Zelensky stated that he has been open to negotiations with Putin over the past 2 years to end the conflict between their two countries. If negotiations fail, Zelensky warned that the conflict could escalate to become a third world war.
As Russia continues its war on Ukraine, President Biden is set to make a stop into Poland. Biden is also scheduled to make stops in Belgium and Brussels before he visits Poland Friday. Biden's concerns are set towards ways of aiding Poland with the over 2 million Ukrainian refugees that fled to Poland. More U.S. troops could potentially be sent to Europe, particularly in the eastern areas of Poland.
The Raptors travel to Philadelphia to take on the division rival 76ers. How will they do? Find out on my sports block.
And a rare bird is flying into the University of Akron's bird collection. Stick with us to find out more.
Good morning. Hope you all had a good weekend and are ready to be inspired. One quick thing I want to remind you guys to be studying.
Major key alert. Did you just look at your phone while you was in class? You played yourself.
Today we're talking about inspirational quotes.
You want to get that paper, you better turn in that paper and get an A+. That's a major key. Another one. Mogul talk. You want to reach the mountaintop, you got to go hard. To succeed, you have to believe. Stay focused. Fly higher than the eagle. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Louise, can you give me an example of an inspirational quote from recent history?
Don't play yourself. The key is to make it.
And who said that?
I did. Now that's a major key alert.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at getschool.com.
And now, your TV2 Sports Report.
How's it going, Portage County? I'm Michael Neenan, and I'm here to tell you about last night's sporting events. And starting off with the highlights, we have the Raptors taking on the Philadelphia 76ers here in Philly. On the first play, we have Tobias Harris, who gets the offensive rebound and passes to Matisse Thybulle, who hits a three, but the Raptors would respond. Scotty Barnes would miss, but Chris Boucher goes up for the emphatic putback dunk. And now Precious Achiuwa hits a three. What a night he would have. But Embiid, the MVP frontrunner, he would go up and he would hit a crazy layup to bank it right in. Right now, he's averaging about 30 points per game, which leads the league in scoring. And Harden, he would pass to Tyrese Maxey for the three. And here on the final play for the Sixers, James Harden would drive to the hoop, but he would get called for a flagrant 2 and an offensive foul. This would end up losing the Sixers the game, and the Raptors would go on to win 93-88. Sixers dropped to third place in the Eastern Conference standings. And to move on, Boston Celtics take on the Denver Nuggets in Denver. But of course, we couldn't forget about Jaylen Brown, who on the first play laced it right in over 3 Nuggets. And you couldn't see enough of Jaylen Brown tonight, as here he would drive to the hoop and he would dunk all over Nikola Jokic. He would end the night with 30 points. But of course, Jason Tatum, he could not let Jaylen Brown outdo him. As we see, he gets the ball and he dunks over Nikola Jokic too. But of course, once again, Rob Williams would pass to Tatum and he would get the step back and hit a three right over the Nuggets. Celtics really blowing them out right now. And of course, just when you thought you couldn't get enough of Jason Tatum, he gets the ball and he passes to Rob Williams, who passes right back to Tatum, and he goes up for the three. Celtics destroy the Nuggets here, and the Celtics would go on to win 124-104. Celtics are currently 4th place in the Eastern Conference standings. That's all I have for sports today. Be sure to follow our Twitter at TV2 KSU Sports and tune into Sports Corner tonight at 8 p.m. for all sports-related updates within the area. From TV2 Sports, I'm Michael Neenan, and let's get right back to the desk.
Thank you, Michael. The University of Akron's century-old bird collection will be receiving its newest piece. An ivory-billed woodpecker will join the collection, which has been on the endangered species list for over 50 years.
The woodpecker will be restored by professionals due to its rarity and value. The estimated price of the entire treatment is an estimated $25,000. That is all the time we have for your Monday FlashCast.
For updates on all these stories and more, visit KentWired.com and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at KentWired. I'm Anthony Zacharyasz.
And I'm Josh Aponte. Have a great day, Portage County.
Say with me, imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read. 'Cause every kid across the nation deserves a book to read, and we can make it happen right now. No, I don't know what you've been told, but kids with books learn so much more. So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child. So let's join hands, book people unite, unearth hidden passion. To motivate some magic, to change the writing on the wall, writing on the wall. Book can make a difference. One book can inspire a child. One book can be the first thing that helps to change a life. People unite.
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.